Hello and welcome back to our session, children. In the last session we have seen about what can we know about the past. Again, where did people live, and again the third topic was name of the land, means how our country got the name as India or Bharat. Now today we are going to see about finding about the past, means what are the sources of past, how can we know, how can we study about the past. So there are three sources, as already I have told you, that is manuscript, inscription and archaeological sites. So I hope all of you have opened your textbook. Open page number 4, finding out about the past. There are several ways of finding out about the past. One is to search for and read books that were written along. Okay, one way is to read the books that were written, and these are called as manuscripts. So manuscript means the books that were written by hand, because as they were written by hand, this comes from the Latin word manu, meaning hand. Manu means hand. So these were usually written on the palm leaf or on the specially prepared bark of the tree known as birch. Means these books, they were written on the palm leaf or a special part of the tree called as birch, and which grows in the Himalayan region. Can you see this picture, children? This is manuscript. Okay, a page from a palm leaf manuscript. It is a page from a palm leaf. This manuscript was written about 1,000 years ago. The palm leaves were cut into page and tied together to make a book. So they were cut and they were tied together to make a book. To see a birch bark manuscript, turn to your page 45. So this you can do afterwards also. Now these were usually written on palm leaf or a specially prepared bark of the tree known as birch, which grows in the Himalayas. Over the years, many manuscripts were eaten away by the insects and some were destroyed, but many have survived, often preserved in temples and monasteries. These books, they dealt with all kinds of subjects like religious beliefs and practices, the lives of kings, medicines and science. Besides, there were epics and poems and plays. Means in these books there were the lives of the kings were mentioned, medicine, science, epics, poems, so many things were mentioned in these books, and many of them were written in Sanskrit or Prakrit language. Prakrit means the language which was used by the ordinary people, and also some were written in Tamil. Now we will study about inscriptions. Okay, we can also study inscriptions. Inscription means these are the writings on relatively hard surface like metals, stones, walls or pillars. These are writings on hard surfaces such as stones or metals. Sometimes kings got their orders inscribed so that people could see, read and obey them. There are other kinds of inscriptions as well, where men and women including kings and queens recorded what they did. For example, kings often kept records of victories in battle. Means at that time kings used to keep the victories of their battle as inscription. This is an inscription, an old inscription. This inscription dates to about 2250 years ago. Okay, can you see this inscription? It is about 2250 years ago and was found in Kandahar, a present day Afghanistan. It was inscribed on the orders of ruler named Ashoka. You all know Ashoka ruler, so it was inscribed by him, which you are going to read about him in the chapter 8. So there are many other things that were made and used in the past. Those who study these objects are called as archaeologists. Means the persons who do these studies are called as archaeologists. They study the remains. These archaeologists, they also study the remains of buildings made of stone and brick, paintings and sculpture. They also explore and excavate. Means excavate means digging the ground, okay, digging the surface of the earth to find the tools, weapons, dead bodies, pots, pans, ornaments and coins. Some of these objects may be made of stone, others may be made of bone or baked clay or metal. Objects that are made of hard, imperishable substances usually survive for long time. Means mostly they were made on hard substances, so they could survive for a long period of time. Now see, here are the pictures of archaeological sources. Here we have seen inscription. Now we will see the third main source, that is archaeological sources. Okay. This from left, a pot from an old city. This is a pot that belongs to an old city. So pots like these were used about 4700 years ago. Again right, an old silver coin. Coins such as this one were used in about 2500 years ago. Archaeologists, they look for bones of animals, birds and fish to find out what people ate in the past. Plants remains survive far more rarely. If seeds of grain or pieces of wood have been burned, they survive in a charred form. Historians, that is scholars, as I have told you, historians are the scholars who study the past. They often use these three sources to refer the information found from manuscripts, inscriptions and archaeology. Once sources are found, learning about the past becomes an adventure. Once the sources are found, then learning for these historians, it becomes very easy, it becomes like an adventure as we reconstruct it bit by bit. So historians and archaeologists are like detectives, okay, who use all the sources like clues to find out about the past. Now next topic is one past or many. So did you notice the title of our book, children? What it is written? Past or past? It is written as our past. So we have used the word past in plural. Why? Because to draw the attention to the fact that the past was different for different groups of people. Means the book title is past. Why? Just to drive the attention for how the past it was different for different kinds of people. For example, the lives of herders or farmers was different from the lives of kings and queens. Again, the lives of merchants were different from those of the craft persons, and so on. Also, as it is true even today, people followed different practices and customs in different parts of the country. For example, see, even today most people living in Andaman Nicobar Islands, they get their food by fishing, hunting and collecting forest produce. By contrast, most of the people living in cities, what do? They depend on these people for their supplies. So differences such as these existed in the past as well. Means like now how there are differences, even in the past also differences used to exist. Besides, there is another kind of difference, okay. We know a great deal about kings and the battles. As we know, kings used to fight, they used to have a war, and in that war they used to win, or even they used to win or they used to fail. So these kings, what they used to do, these kings and the battles, they fought because they kept records of their victories. These kings, they used to keep the records of their victories. Generally, ordinary people such as hunter, fishing folk, gatherers, farmers or herders, they did not keep any records, okay, records of what they did. While archaeology helps us to find out about their lives, there is much that remains unknown. Means these people like farmers, hunters, they did not kept any records, so it was difficult for the archaeologists also to find out more about them. Now next topic is, what do dates mean? So as it is very important to write the dates whenever we record an event or whatever, which first we write the dates. So why they are important? What do dates mean in history? If somebody asks you the date, you will probably mention the day, month and year, correct? So 2000 and something like this. So these years are counted from the date generally assigned to the birth of Jesus Christ, the founder of Christianity. So 2000 means 2000 years after the birth of Christ. All dates before the birth of Christ are counted backwards, okay, and usually they have the letter BC, that is before Christ, added on it. And in this book we will refer to the dates going back from the present using 2000 as our starting point. So children, now we will just look a video, okay? Just watch this video. It will tell you what is the history about.
An introduction to history. This chapter is studied to understand the past better and to learn lessons from it. Social sciences are a subject covering history, geography and political science. Social sciences helps us to learn our traditions, cultures and develops literary and communication skills. This subject is very important as it adds value to our overall development and personality. An introduction to history. This chapter is studied to understand the past better and to learn lessons from it. Social sciences are a subject covering history, geography and political science. Social sciences helps us to learn our traditions, cultures and develops literary and communication skills. This subject is very important as it adds value to our overall development and personality of student. History means what? It is an account of past events in chronological sequence of a specific place and helps in illustrating about its people, events and consequences. Historians are the people who analyze and record them after studying all evidences. Their research in the past 100 years is truly substantial. History benefits us by following ways. 1. We can learn from past events to improve our present. We have written records for only the last 4,000 years of our land. Although scientists believe that our earth is more than millions of years old. India is the home of the world's oldest civilization. The Greek word Indoi, that is Indoi, means people who live near Indus River. The ancient scriptures refer to our land as Bharat, the land of the Bharata tribe. Historians have divided our past into two parts, that is prehistoric and historic period, to understand it better. Prehistoric. The period when ancient people were evolving gradually and were not aware of methodical living, hence no civilization took place. Historic. The period where written records like inscriptions, paintings and source materials are available about places, people and their habits. Meanings of BC and AD. Earth is believed to have been formed millions of years ago. Historians find it difficult to explain to us the event that took place in the past. To enable us to understand better, they have taken the birth of Jesus Christ, 0, as the cut-off period and stated any period before that event as before Christ, that is BC, and described any period as Anno Domini, that is AD, after the birth of Jesus. Summary. History is the story of the achievements of men. History is studied to understand the past better and to learn lessons from it. Archaeological source materials are inscription, coins, monuments, etc. That's all in this lesson. Have fun and enjoy learning.
So children, we have seen the video. It has shown us how our country got its name. Again, how the past is divided into historic and prehistoric period, and it has shown the importance of dates, the meaning of BC and AD. So now I think you are very well satisfied with this lesson. You have understood the lesson very properly. So just recapitulate whatever we have learned through the slides. Okay. So first we have learned the purpose of studying history, as how what it tells us about the story of the past, it tells us about the eating habits of the human beings. Again we have seen the activities, and occupation of the early man, where they have settled. Actually first they were settled on the banks of Narmada river, then they were skilled gatherers, they used to collect the products of roots and fruits. Again we have seen the development of how agriculture development took place, like first people in Suleiman and Kirtur were the first areas where men and women cultivated wheat and barley. Again we have seen the Vindhyas, they were famous for the cultivation of rice, and cities like Harappan and Mohenjo-daro also flourished during 4700 years ago. Then 2500 years ago, how cities developed on the banks of Ganga river and its tributaries. And lastly, Magad was the first important city situated on river Ganga, and some of the rulers became very powerful and they set up a large kingdom. Then again we have seen how people traveled from one place to another in search of food. They started traveling among deserts, rivers, seas and hills to escape from natural calamities. They started settling at a place. Then they also started teaching the religious ideas. They walked from place to place to offer their instructions and advices. Then we have seen the names of the land, how our country, it got the name as India and Bharat. Like India, it comes from Indus river, and which is called as Sindhu in Sanskrit. Again how Iranians and Greeks, they came to India about 2500 years ago, and they were familiar with this Indus, and so they called it as Hindus or Indus. And Bharat, it was used for group of people living northwest in the subcontinent. Again we have seen three different sources of finding history. What were the three different sources, children? Manuscript, inscription and archaeological sites. This is the manuscript. It was written on palm leaf and written by hand. It was mostly written in Sanskrit or Prakrit language. Next one we have seen about the inscriptions. These are written on hard surface like coins, metals, stones, walls, pillars, etc. And kings could, at that time, kings could keep the records of their victories on these inscriptions. And third one we have seen, third source was archaeological sources, that was found by pots, fossils, coins and sculptures, etc. Archaeologists, they used to study this object, they used to excavate the materials used for reconstruction of history. And the historians were the scholars who studied the past by using these three archaeological sites. Next one we have seen, one past many means past was not same for everyone, it was different for different persons. Like lives of kings at that time also was different from lives of farmers, hunters or gatherers. Nobody was same at that time also, they were unequal. Now we have seen the importance of dates, how dates are very important in history. Then we have seen how the dates were expressed in BC and AD. BC means before Christ or before the birth of Lord Jesus, and AD means after the birth of Lord Christ. And here BC we count, dates are counted backwards, and in AD the dates are counted forward. And in this lesson we have referred to the dates going back from the present using 2000 as our starting point. So these were some of the things which we have learned in this lesson. Now we are going to see the exercises, and afterwards at 5 minutes I will give you a quiz and you have to answer my answer to my quiz. Okay. Now take out the exercises of the lesson. Okay. First one, match the pairs. Narmada Valley. Okay children, this you can do in your textbook also. What is the answer of Narmada Valley? Narmada Valley, hunting and gathering. Okay. First hunting and gathering took place on Narmada Valley. Second one, Magad. So Magad, it is the first big kingdom. Next one, Garo Hills. Garo Hills, they were the early agricultural sites. First agricultural began in Garo Hills. Next one, Indus and its tributaries. It is the first city, okay, the first cities were developed on Indus and its tributaries. And last one, Ganga Valley, it is cities about 2500 years ago. Now next question is, this question answers we are just going to discuss, okay. Afterwards you are going to write. Now we will just see the questions and the answers. One is, list one important difference between a manuscript and inscription. So manuscript and inscription, what is the important difference between? Manuscript, as I already told you, it is written by hand and it is written on the leaf of the palm leaves or a part of a tree called as birch. So manuscripts are old books which were written by hands called as manuscript. Second point, you will remember, they are usually written on the leaves, palm leaves or specially prepared bark of the tree known as birch, which grows in Himalayas. Again, these palm leaves, how they used to make that book? These palm leaves they used to cut into pages and tie together to make a book. But what happened? It also had some demerits, like they were so delicate to be handled as many break down, or at certain times the leaves may be infected by the persons. Now this was about manuscript. Now inscription. Inscriptions are the writings on hard surfaces such as stones, rocks, pillars, clay, metal and copper tablets. Inscriptions are reliable sources of history as they come to us in their original form and does not possess the danger of getting depreciated or damaged. Means inscriptions, there is no danger of getting spoiled. Next one, return to Rashida's question. Can you think some of the answers? So Rashida, what she was wondered na, how can one find something what has happened 100 years ago? So how can this be founded? Rashida's question was, how could anyone know what had happened so many years ago? So there are various by which people can know the past. First one, by excavating and studying the remains left by the early man in the form of tools, weapons, pottery, jewellery, etc. Again, after the man had learned the art of writing, he wrote on leaves, the bark of the trees and even on hard material. And third one, we can be able to read and understand the script. Some scripts have to deciphered yet. Now, next question is, make a list of all objects that archaeologists may find. Which of these could be made of stone? Okay. So, a list of the objects that archaeologists may have found. Archaeologists, what do? First of all, they study the remains of the buildings made of stone and brick, painting and sculpture. And these buildings were also made of stone. They also dig under the surface of the earth to find the tools, weapons, pots, pans, ornaments and coins. Tools and weapons could have been made of stone and try to study about them in details using a variety of techniques like radiocarbon dating. Next question is, why do you think ordinary men and women did not keep the records of what they did? Why the ordinary men, they did not keep the records? Why? Maybe they might be illiterate, or it can happen that they might not be having the sources to write, okay. So, the ordinary people like hunters, gatherers, herders, farmers, they did not keep a record of what they did as they led a very simple lifestyle. They did not know how to read and write. There was a specialized class of the people called as scribes, who recorded all the important events of the king and written them down. In return, they used to get the gifts and appreciation from the kings. Describe at least two ways in which you think the lives of the kings would have been different from those of the farmers. So, where you have to here describe how the life of the king and the farmer was different. So, the king led a luxurious life, okay. You all know king used to live in a luxurious life. He was the head and made all the decisions for the society, and he looked after their welfare. He led the armies in war and he kept the records of their battles and victories. Now how was the life of the farmers? So farmers, they worked very hard to grow crops for their families and for the people. They led an ordinary life where they could barely fulfill their needs. Their life was very simple, very simple and ordinary. They just they just could fulfill their needs, daily needs. Archaeology helps us to find out about their lives. Now these were the question answers, children. Now I will just take a quiz. Okay, you have to MCQ quiz I will take, and you have to write only the answer in your notebook, only the A, B, C, D, whichever option is correct, that you have to tick mark or you have to write, and then we will cross check the answers and you will come to know how much marks you have got. So are you ready for the quiz, children? Come on, fast, be fast. First one, Ganga and its tributaries is called Ravi, Son, Satluj, Narmada. You have to just write the correct option. Okay. Next one, ancient people used to write on the book of which tree? Which people? Neem, Ashoka. Fast. Which option is correct? You have to write. Third one, the word India, it comes from river Tapi, Ganga, Yamuna or Indus. Again I will repeat, the word India comes from which river? Tapi, Ganga, Yamuna, Indus. Fourth one, inscription means writing on leaves, stones, metals or both B and C. Again, inscription means writing on leaves, stones, metals or both B and C. Fifth one, the abbreviation AD. AD stands for after date. B option Ante Domini, C option Anno Domini or fourth option after Domini. Sixth one, all dates before birth of Christ are counted backwards and are referred as BC, AD, Middle Age or CE. Again, the dates before the birth of Christ are referred as BC, AD, Middle Age or CE. Seventh one, about 8,000 years ago, women and men first began to cultivate crops such as wheat and barley. Where they used to cultivate? Garo Hills, Suleiman and Kirtan, Chambal or Aravalis. Next, two tributaries of river Indus. This you can see on the map also. What are the two tributaries of river Indus? Sabarmati Manas, Gomti and Ghagra, Yamuna and Gangotri or Ravi and Jhelum. Last one, we come to know about the kings of past due to victories, B1 their works, C availability of records and D their importance. Okay. Again, we come to know about the kings of the past by victories, B their works, availability of records or their importance. And the last one is, which language were manuscript written in North India? Sanskrit, Tamil, Prakrit or Hindi? Sanskrit, Tamil, Prakrit or Hindi? Okay. Now just I will repeat, I will tell you the answers, you cross check it fast. Okay. First one, Ganga its tributary is called as Son. B option is correct. Second one, Bitch, A option is correct. Okay. Third one, India comes from the river Indus. Here third one, D option is correct. Fourth one, inscription means both A, B and C. Here the correct answer is B and C. Again fifth one, AD stands for Anno Domini. So fifth answer is C1. Again sixth one, all dates before birth of Christ is called as BC. So sixth option is A1 BC. Again seventh one, wheat and barley, first it was cultivated on Garo Hills. So seventh A option is correct. Eighth one, Ravi and Jhelum, D option. Two tributaries of Indus are Ravi and Jhelum. So D option is correct of 8. And ninth one, we can know the kings of past by their victories. Okay. So here by the availability of the records, means we can know about the past of the kings by through the records. So ninth one, C option is correct, and last one, Sanskrit, A option is correct. So I think you got all full marks, 10 out of 10. So best congratulations children. And now I want you to just go through the lesson once again and see the question answers. Okay. So, we will meet on our next session. Till then, goodbye and have a good day.